So mainly the jnana was having two divisions. One is anubhava, one is smriti. Anubhava is direct experience. Smriti is by the samskaras. Samskara means that anubhava only when keep on it is happening. That is called samskara. Then that will register in your heart. Then after some time you will remember from your heart. So that remembrance, it is called smriti. So that is also similar from anubhava only it is coming. But what is the difference is that anubhava jnana directly when you are getting that knowledge, that time will be 100% correct. But when it comes from smriti, but 100% it will come or not, that we don't know. So that this experience we have many times. We could not recall it 100% what was happened, what I had, like that. So that's a little defect is there in the smriti. Okay, so till now, yesterday, we have discussed that anubhava jnana. In that anubhava jnana only, this 10 pramanas is coming. So in that, we discussed 3 pramanas mainly. So that rest of the pramanas today we are going to see. And yesterday, pratyaksha pramana very detailedly we discussed. Then anumana pramana also. Then little bit sapta pramana also we have discussed. Okay, I hope yesterday discussion was clear. So today we will continue with that. The last of the class, we have discussed about the sapta pramana, correct? So the sapta pramana, what is the meaning of sapta pramana? What is the definition? Anybody?
Shabda Pramana, it is coming from God only.
Direct.
It is its own knowledge. Yes, direct person. Direct
Okay.
it is coming from Lord itself provides. It is revealed through sound knowledge.
Okay, so that is our answer. But yesterday, a little bit we discussed how that sapta is becoming a authoritative sentence. That yesterday we have discussed.
What
Essentially,
is coming from scriptures?
okay. Okay, no problem. I will tell you.
Yesterday, you told that there are 3 features or 3 qualities: Akansha, Yogyata, and Sanidhi.
Yeah, very good. Who told it?
So, Akansha means after hearing and reading, I mean, that sentence we'll hear or we'll read, so we should get connect with that object. That is Akansha. And Yogyata means each word should give the proper meaning. And Sanidhi was there should be some proper time gap, some lapse should be there when we speak. So these are 3 features, qualities which the Shabda Pramana, I mean, it should have.
Which makes that sentence as a pramana.
Has proper valid knowledge.
Yes, yes, very good. Mataji name?
Hare Krishna Prabhu Dhanabram, I'm Radha Smriti Mataji.
Oh, you are only speaking. Very good. Good. Nicely you have taken the notes. Good. Okay. Very nice. So today we'll continue with that. Little bit I will give explanation. Then we can go to another pramanas. Okay. Sapta pramana, that sapta means generally it is called apta vakya. Apta vakya means authoritative sentence or some statement. So that is called apta vakya. This is according to Nayayikas. Nayayikas means logicians. So in our Vedic system, there is a 6 kind of philosophy is there. That Vaisheshikas, then Sankhya, Yoga, then Nayayika, Mimamsa. Mimamsa also has a two part. So Purva Mimamsa, then Uttara Mimamsa, like that. So all these 6 different philosophical school, they have their own opinion, but generally this whatever the Nayayikas, they have wrote some sutras that mainly some all the schools they accept, at least some extent they accept their logics, how to give the meaning for the every words. So like that, Mimamsa people, they also have wrote some sutras and some, yeah. So they will give some definition to understand the meaning of the word. So this is how you should take the meaning like that. So in that way, everybody, they have their own definition to accept some meaning for some words. So this is how different philosophy is coming, because everybody was giving their opinion. The same word only is there, but different opinion and philosophy is coming. How? Because their terminology is different to take that meaning. They are reading the same sentence, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Let's take this sentence. So all the 6 philosophers, they study this same sentence only, but how the different meaning is coming? Because everybody, they have their own terms to take the meaning of that sentence. So that is how that philosophy is changing. So this is a fundamental thing anyhow. So now here we are following that Nayayika's terms. So authoritative sentence, that is what Sapta Pramana, because we also accept that authoritative sentence means the Veda Vakya, that is Veda Vakya, or you can say even the devotees, right? So for Vedantis, Apta Vakya means whatever the Veda says, that is only. You can't accept even Vyasadeva. Even if Vyasadeva something said, they won't have faith on that, because they will say that even in Bhagavatam it is said he is in the doubtful state. Then later he went to his samadhi, then he wrote the Bhagavatam. So that means he is also not perfected senses. He also in illusion. Then later he become liberated. Something like that, they give some meaning, and they won't accept even the great authority of Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva also they won't accept. They accept only Veda. Whatever it is written in the Veda, that is only they will accept. Okay, anyhow. So generally Sapta means Apta Vakya, that we have to take. So this Sapta Pramana and the Shrotriya Prataksha Pramana. So yesterday we have seen that Prataksha Pramana, how many types we have seen? Anybody? Anybody can tell Prataksha Pramana, how many types we have seen?
2 types. Nirvikalpa and Savikalpa.
Getting louder.
Nirvikalpa, Savikalpa.
Okay, that is also 2 division, but mainly how many types? Or let's say that Prataksha Pramana was received through which, how the Prataksha Pramana was received?
Through the 5 knowledge senses.
Very good. Knowledge acquiring senses. Through the knowledge acquiring senses, whatever the knowledge you are receiving, that is called Prataksha Pramana. Okay. So this hearing, that also comes under Prataksha Pramana. Then yesterday only we discussed that Sapta Pramana separately. Then what is the difference between the Sapta Pramana and in the Prataksha Pramana also there is a Shrotriya Prataksha Pramana. There is a ear, the sense is there. Through that you are receiving some knowledge. Then what is the difference between that? Yesterday, you people would have asked this question. Tell me, what is the difference? In the and till now, we didn't understand what is Pratyaksha Pramana only. Now you are asking the differentiation between the Sotriya Pratyaksha and the Sapta Pramana. It's not at all going inside only, then you are asking question. Okay.
Pratyaksha Pramana, I mean, the senses, our senses have some defects.
Okay.
So, but Shabda
Then-
Pramana, since it is authoritative knowledge coming from the God, so like Supreme Lord only giving that knowledge, so there is no chance of any defects in that.
Very good. So, Sapta Pramana means directly coming from the Lord. So that is why that doesn't have any defect. But Sotriya, the Pratyaksha Pramana, it was having the limitation of the senses. For example, let's say, now you are working in your kitchen. Inside the kitchen, you are doing some work. Outside, your children are playing. And suddenly some sound came. Then you get shocked. Oh, what happened? Some sound is happening. Some sound I am hearing. What happened? Like that, you are coming out of the kitchen and you are seeing. Then you are understanding. Whatever you heard that sound doesn't give any upper knowledge. Just it gives us some basic knowledge that something happened. Correct? So that is also you are hearing that Sapta Pramana only, but that Sapta Pramana doesn't produce the 100% knowledge. Correct or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Good. Or otherwise, you can say, like when you give some toy to your child, so then the child will started talking with the toy only. Or something that child will speak with and play with the toy only. Is there any meaning for that? Or you can understand anything from that? Even the child will speak with you also the same way. How the child was speaking with a toy. You will hear that talk, but still you shake your head. Okay, like that. But there is nothing knowledge is there in that speaking. Correct. So that is also Sapta only, but still there is no knowledge in that. Correct. So this is called Srotriya Pratyaksha Pramana. Whatever you are receiving your senses, but you are not getting immediately that perfect knowledge through that Sapta. But when it comes in the Sapta Pramana, when you are hearing or reading, then immediately you are getting complete knowledge. There is no doubt in that. When you are reading or hearing that you are not the body, you are the soul, you are servant of the Krishna, then immediately all the doubts are going. Oh, really? Is that? Then immediately we have started doing devotion to Krishna. Maybe some doubt we may have, but still that will remove. Keep on having the devotees association, hearing from them. So in that way, so that is the differentiation in between Sapta and that Pratyaksha Pramana Srotriya. So that is why Pratyaksha Pramana is having defect, because the senses was limitation. It has a limitation. So that is why. So this is some similarity was there. So that's why I want to make it clear. So now we are going to see the next Pramana, Asha Pramana. What is Asha Pramana? Asha Pramana means that statement which was made by sages or rishis. So that is what Asha Pramana. So this is also kind of Sapta Pramana only. But still, this Pramana also, it is not completely considered as a Sapta Pramana. Why? Because yesterday we have discussed Vaidusha, Avaidusha, two categories. In the Prataksha Pramana only, we have discussed Vaidusha, Avaidusha, Prataksha Pramana. What is that? Vaidusha and Avaidusha? Anybody?
In Vaidusha Pramana, they have no defects, Prabhu. Their senses are perfect.
Ah, very good.
And Avaidusha, they have, of course, they have defects, like 4 defects, what we
Just
discussed.
yes. Good. So they have defects, Avaidusha. They are conditioned souls. So the same way here, Arsha means the Rishi. If the Rishis they became a Vaidusha, if they are completely liberated, then naturally they become authoritative and their sentence also will become a Sapta Pramana. But if they are not become a Vaidusha, then that kind of Rishi's sages statement we could not take. For example, Sankaracharya was there and Jaimini was there and so many other Rishis were there. They are all having a different philosophy, different of opinion. Then you may think that they are also Rishi, they are also sages. Why you can't accept their statement as a Sapta Pramana? Correct? That kind of question may come. So we accept them also sages, Rishis. There is no doubt because they are practicing, they are trying. But still, if they could not become a 100% pure devotee of Krishna, then they can't become a authoritative. So that is why even this Asha Pramana also sometimes it has a limitation. Sometimes it has a limitation. It is not like a Sapta, 100%, not like that. So that is why, even though this Asha also similar like a Sapta Brahman, but still we could not take it as a 100% like a Sapta Pramana only. Okay, clear? Why I am explaining that? Because Jiva Goswami, by explaining this Pramanas, slowly one by one he was eliminating. In this material world, this 10 kind of philosophy was this Pramana was there. Slowly, Jiva Goswami, what he is saying, by explaining that Pramanas, he is eliminating one by one. See, this defect is there in this Pramana. So that is why we are not following this Pramana. So in that way, slowly he was removing the obstacles in our devotion path. So he is making the royal path for the devotion life. Just you accept 100% the Sapta Pramana. So that is our goal. We are going to reach. Then next Pramana is Upamana Pramana. Upamana Pramana. Upamana Pramana means what? For example, one small boy is there. He went to school. So in the school, teacher was teaching to him, hey, see, fox is there. Fox, என்ன சொல்லலாம் தமிழ்ல ஓநாய்னு சொல்லுவோம். Similar like a dog, which is living in the forest. Sometime if anybody went to Mayapur, in the night time you will hear that fox sound. So much. It looks similarly like a dog only. If somebody is not aware of it, if that person goes alone night time, then that fox will surrounding him and it will take him only. So now the teacher was teaching to him, this fox looks similar like a dog only, but that fox dog tail will be like this. Some similarity and some special character that teacher was teaching. Then this boy, one day he went to forest or some, what is that, zoo. He went there and something, the fox was put it in the cage. And he saw that, oh, this is what our teacher was teaching that day. Then by seeing that similarity, he was remembering that about he getting that knowledge. Oh, this is what fox. Oh, now I can understand. Like that, he was getting that knowledge. So this is what Upamana Pramana, seeing the similarity, whatever through the, he got that information, through that information, he understanding, he receiving the knowledge. So this is called Upamana Pramana. So this Pramana is kind of similar Anumana only. Okay, Anumana means whatever he heard and he remembering that. So how much he can remember, that much only he will understand. So by his remembrance, he understanding. So that is why it is called Anumana Pramana only. Okay. And already we have proven that Anumana always, it will not produce 100% pure knowledge, correct? Because that may be wrong also. Whatever he heard the information about the wrong, that the fox, he may think that similar, maybe, what is that? Another one, wolf. Wolf also looks like a dog only. But if he didn't receive the proper knowledge, then what he will think? He will think that wolf is a fox, right? So that's why this Anumana Jnana, it will not give 100% knowledge. So that is why. So this Upamana Pramana also will not give 100% perfect knowledge. Anyhow, so this is Upamana Pramana. Then next, Arthapatti. Arthapatti Pramana. What is Arthapatti Pramana? There is an example. There is one person called Devadatta. So that Devadatta, that person was looking so stout, strong, fatty, but that person is not at all eating in the daytime. Then how he is looking very stout and strong? What is the possibility? Anybody? How he is looking like that? Oh, in daytime he is not at all eating, nothing. But still, how he is becoming stout, fat?
Night he must be eating.
Wow, very good. Because that person was eating in the night time. He closed the door and nobody will not see. So he will eat as much as he wants. So because of that, he became fat. Okay. So how we came to this conclusion? By seeing some result. This person every day he is keeping on improving his belly, but we didn't say he is not eating in the daytime. Then what is the possibilities is there? So maybe that person may eat in the night time. Okay, so this is what Arthapatti. By seeing some result and you take the some possible probability. Okay, because of this may happen like that. Because of this may happen like that. Then you are coming to the conclusion. This is called Arthapatti Pramana. For example, when Bhima, he went to fight with that Bakasura. So he took that food, whatever the village people given. So he took it and he went there and he only ate everything. But when that demon came, immediately by seeing a Bhima and that situation, immediately that Bakasura understood that this fellow only eat all my food. Right? Immediately he was getting that knowledge. How? Because by seeing that situation, so he was taking some possible probability. Okay, this person only may eat. Like that, he is coming to the conclusion. So this kind of knowledge also sometimes may give a 100% knowledge. Sometimes it may not give a 100% knowledge also. Let's say the same story. Maybe Bhima ate and he went and he said he said some another person to sleep there. When the demon came and saw another one person was sleeping, then the demon, what he will think, oh, this fellow only eat like that. But already Bhima was eat and he left. So then it will become wrong only, correct? So the same way in our life also, many times it happens. So we think that in our home, if we have 2-3 children, and that who is very naughty, he will do something and he will make it like in such a way that his brother will get scolding from his mother. So in that way, he will say, he will do. So many times I used to do in my home. So I will do something and my elder brother will get scolding from my mother. So by seeing something, we may assumption, but still sometime it could be wrong, right? Sometime it could be wrong only. So this Arthapati Pramana also, it comes on under Anumana, correct? Now you are assuming you are assimilating something, assuming something, it may happen like this. So that is why this Arthapati Pramana also having defect, because this knowledge comes from Anumana, assumption. So that is why. Okay. Then another next one is Anupalapti Pramana. Okay. One example is there. In your home, generally, you have one writing table. So there, you always keep Bhagavad-Gita in one place. And suddenly you saw that Bhagavad-Gita book is not there in that table. Then by seeing that place, there is no that Bhagavad-Gita, empty place only is there. But just by seeing that empty place also, that absence of Bhagavad-Gita, immediately it's giving knowledge to you. Where is my Bhagavad-Gita? You are remembering that object, even though that object is not there, but still that absence of that object, it's giving a knowledge. So where is my Bhagavad-Gita? Immediately we remember. We keep our mobile. Always we used to search where I kept my mobile. So generally, if you have one specific place and you see there, if you don't see that mobile, where is my mobile? Where I left? Then immediately you will start search. So this is what Anupalapti. By seeing that absence of object, it is producing knowledge. Correct? It is easy to understand. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, good. So this is what Anupalapti Pramanam. This Anupalapti Pramanam, it is coming under Prataksha Pramana. Prataksha, because your senses are directly getting contact with that objects. Through your senses only, directly you are receiving that knowledge. So that's why it comes under Prataksha Pramana. But we know our senses are imperfect, correct? So sometimes what happens, even though that mobile will be there in the same place, but still we could not see that, where I kept my mobile. Like that we roam all over our home. Then our child only will come, Mommy, here only it is there. Where you are searching, like that. Oh, I could not see that. So why it is happening? Because our senses are imperfect. Even that senses, that object is there only, but still sometimes we could not see. Because yesterday I have said that absence of chitta, that chitta, it is not functioning properly. Chitta means awareness. Okay. So that is why this Prataksha Pramana also having defect. So that's why we could not, by our experience only, we can understand that this Anupalapti Pramana will not produce 100% perfect knowledge. So easily we can understand, right? So whenever this kind of some explanation, if anybody is giving, and by this pramana, if somebody is saying that something, if somebody is trying to prove, then easily you can defeat that person. Now, how you can say by your anumana or prataksha, because your senses are imperfect. Sometimes like this, your sense will not give a proper knowledge. Then how you can say like that? You can give an argument to them. So in that way, now Anupalapti Pramana is over. Then Sambhava Pramana. Sambhava means what? Okay, one example. For example, some incident was happened in the city. Then immediately, what the police will do? Anybody? Some big, big robbery, some terrorist attack, something like that was happened. Then immediately the police, what they will do?
He will check the criminal record of that area, or who could be the possible.
Very nice. Good. Who told? Pro name?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, and this is Pradeep Kumar Mandal.
Okay, very nice, Prabhu. Good. So this is how, by seeing some incident, immediately what the here police are doing? Okay, this happened means, then immediately he was remembering this kind of people only will do like that, like this. So then he coming to the conclusion, okay, these people may did like that. Then they are arresting that people. Okay. So when some incident happened, then immediately we included somebody. Okay, they also did like that. So when this incident was happening, then you yourself was assuming that, okay, these people made it because they are all like that only. Like that, you are coming to the one conclusion. So this is called Sambhava. Sambhava means inclusion. Inclusion means if something, let's say 100 rupees is there. If 100 rupees is there means you have a 10 rupees also, correct? There is no need of saying that 10 rupees is there, because 100 is there means 10 is included only. Like if something happened means, then immediately in our home also, some you kept some food and it was not there, then immediately you will understand that my husband or children, they may eat. So in that way. So this is what? Sambhava Pramana. This Sambhava Pramana also, it comes under Anumana Pramana, because you are assuming only. Correct? Na? By seeing some incident, you are assuming, okay, this happened, so that is why that people only, they made it like that. So this is called Sambhava Pramana. Okay. So that is why this Sambhava Pramana also will not, it is not giving 100% perfect knowledge, because that may correct also, that may not correct also. Both possibilities is there. So that is why this Sambhava Pramana also, it is not 100% perfect Pramana. It won't give 100% perfect knowledge. Okay. Then next Pramana is Aitikya. Aitikya means what? Aitikya means coming from the family tradition. Like in our home, some family, what they do, they worship in their family some young girl. left her body in her young age only. Then what they will do? They burn that girl body, and they will keep that ash in one pot, and they will keep it in their home only, and they will start worship generation after generation like that only. They keep their in their home. Anybody was having such experience, or anybody had like this? Nobody. In village, this is very ordinary. They do like that. Some young girl before the marriage, if she died, then they started worshipping that girl as their family god, like that. So after 5 generations, till that they're worshipping that girl, but the 5th generation people, they doesn't know, but still they will worship. Why? Because our forefathers and all, they have worshipped, and they said we have to worship this. So because of that, they will do that worship. So this is what Aitikya Pramana, because it is coming from the family tradition. So like this, many things is there. In village, there every caste, they have their own how you say, Kuladaivam, we say family deity. So they will worship that. But that after 4 generation, 5 generation, if that that generation people, they doesn't know. But when they are seeing that their family members are there worshipping, then they will understand, oh, okay, this is coming from our family tradition. This is our family deity. We have to worship like that. Okay, anyhow, this is called Aitikya Pramana. This Aitikya Pramana also, it's kind of Sapta Pramana only, because you are receiving knowledge through Sapta from your forefathers or elders. From them you are receiving. So this Aitikya also Sapta Pramana. So now this is, we can take it as a Sapta Pramana, which was that already we have seen that Sapta Pramana. We can take it this Aitikya Pramana also, same like Sapta Pramana. We can give importance for this. Anybody? We can give importance or not?
No, Prabhuji, because it's not coming directly from God or.
Yes, very good. Because this is comes by the knowledge. This knowledge comes from the conditioned soul only. This is Vaidusha. Even though it is a Sapta Pramana, but still this Sapta is coming from Vaidusha. So that is why this Aitikya Pramana also, we can't take it as like a Sapta Pramana. So because of the Avaidusha Pramana, so that's why this Sapta Pramana, this Aitikya also may like a Sapta Pramana, but still we can't take it 100%. And it won't give the 100% knowledge also. Okay, this is what Aitikya Pramana. So we can't take it 100%. Okay, then last one is Chesta Pramana. Chesta Pramana means like body gesture. Like if anybody was showing like this, then what is the meaning?
Victory.
Many actors or the sportsmen, they used to show like this, means victory. Okay. Classical example we can give in the Mahabharata, when Bhima and Jarasandha, both of them, they are fighting. But Bhima was trying to kill Jarasandha, but he is not able to, because even though that Bhima was, how you say, he is storing his Jalasanda's body in two pieces. Then again what happens? That two pieces is becoming one only. Then he could not understand what I can do, how I can kill like that. Then what happened? Anybody can say? Anybody knows this story?
Krishna hints with a stick.
Huh?
Krishna, he gave indication with his hand. He showed that he has to put it on his.
Yeah, he showed some symbol. He took one leaf and he was daring that leaf, and he put it in this way, opposite direction. So before that, Bhishma was aparting that body is two, and he putting like this only. Then again that body was joining. But Krishna, now he showed that you did this much is correct, but what you have to do, you put like this, then that body will not join. So by seeing that gesture, that symbol, he received that knowledge. But he received from the Krishna, so that's why that is 100% correct. But if you receive from others, that could not be correct also. So that's why sometimes that opposite person may think some in different way. Many times it happens. Sometimes what happens when you are going for something parikrama or anything, you will be here and your husband will be there in some kilometer away. From here, you try to say to your husband, "Hey, stop! I want water." Something your daughter was having some problem, something like that. You want to convey the message, but you are doing something. Then by seeing that, oh, okay, you are saying me to go. Okay, I am going like that. Your husband left. Then what you will think? What I am saying, what you understand? One time, Radhanath Maharaj was saying that Maharaj was taking bath in the Puri ocean. So Maharaj went a little deeper. So what happened after some time, that Maharaj's cloth was taken away by the waves. So Maharaj was showing his hand to the devotees like this. Then everybody was thinking that Maharaj was saying Haribol to everyone. Then from the devotee side, everybody was saying happily, "Hey, Haribol, Haribol," like that. Maharaj said, "Are somebody come here, I have some problem." Like that Maharaj was saying. Then one devotee went and asked, then they gave the kamsa like that. So sometimes even though we may give some gesture, but still that may give a proper knowledge or may not also. Even though it is receiving directly, but still it won't produce a 100% perfect knowledge. So that is why this chesta also having defect. So sometimes this every school of that philosophy, they have taken all this pramana very predominantly in their philosophy. Why we have discussed this philosophy, even it is having defect, why we have to discuss? Because other philosophers, they use this pramana to establish their philosophy. Goswami is explaining that Vaisesikas, for them, Anumana Pramana, it's a important one. And for Sankhya and Yoga, they take up Anumana and Sapta also. And Nayayikas, they take it, Upamana is the predominant, or with all other things, Upamana also they will take it important Pramana like that. Then the Mimamsa, that Mimamsa was having two parts. One is Prabhakara, means that Advaiti part only having two parts. One is Prabhakara, another one is Kumarila Bhatta. Both of them Advaitis only, but still they have two divisions. So they also follow the different type of this Pramana. So that is why they try to prove their philosophy through this pramana, and they put question to us through this pramana also. They use this pramana to put question on our philosophy. So that's why we should not get confused, or if we don't know about this pramana, then how we will give the answer to them. So that is why Jiva Goswami taken all those pramana. He gives some summary for that for all the pramana, and he proving that how that all the pramanas are having what is that mistake or defects. That pramana is having the defects. So that is why if the pramana itself having a defect, then the pramana is producing the knowledge, correct? So that we see in the first day itself. Pramana means what? Pramana, through pramana only you are receiving the knowledge. So now this pramana only is wrong, then through that pramana, whatever you are receiving the knowledge, you are giving the knowledge, that also will be the imperfect knowledge only. Then how we can take it that knowledge is authoritative knowledge? So like that, Jiva Swami was trying to prove that you may have some different philosophy or some pramana, but still that is having some defect. Because of that defect, we could not accept that philosophy or that pramana, anything we can't accept, because that is all having some problem. So that is why we should take which pramana? Only Satta Pramana. That little more we are going to see now. So yesterday we have spoken about Yadartha Jnana, right? Because that under the Yadartha Jnana only Pratyaksha, Sabda, Anumana we have discussed. That Jnana was mainly two divisions, Smriti and Anubhava. In that Anubhava, there is a two main division, Yadartha Anubhava Jnana, then Yadartha Anubhava Jnana. So yesterday we have discussed that Yadartha Anubhava Jnana part. Today little bit we will see what is Yadartha Anubhava Jnana, because from this Yadartha Anubhava Jnana, whatever the knowledge we are receiving, that also is imperfect or having defect. That Jiva Goswami want to establish, then 100% our doubt will be removed. Okay. So what is Yadartha Anubhava Jnana? That Yadartha Anubhava Jnana, like it is having three features. Yadartha Anubhava Jnana means what? Yesterday what we discussed. Yadartha Anubhava Jnana means, who can tell?
We are seeing something, but that is not there. I mean, from
That is
far,
not.
Actually, it is not like the mirage. I mean, on the road, we see water, we feel it's like water reflection of the sun, but then when we go there, from far, we see it is water, but actually, it is not water. Like
Yeah.
that.
You have receiving some imperfect knowledge. So that imperfect knowledge, how it is happening. So behind that some mechanism is there. That little bit Jiva Goswami is explaining. If you understood that, then you will get clear idea that why we should not follow this pramana. Okay. So let's discuss that. So this Yadartha Anubhava Jnana is coming how? Because three defects are there. One is Samshaya. Samshaya means doubt. Then Viparyaya. Viparyaya means opposite knowledge. then tarka. Tarka means logic. Okay, so this three kind of experience you are having. When you are having some yadartha, means that anubhava jnana means direct perception, but that direct perception is giving some imperfect knowledge. Okay, that imperfect knowledge, how it is happening, that mechanism is explained here. Okay, so now what is samshaya? When you see one object, like in the night time, full darkness is there is a rope, but by seeing that rope, immediately what you will think?
It's a snake.
Yeah, there is a snake. Oh, maybe how snake came? There is a snake, like that. Immediately you will shout and you shout for help. Then if light comes, then you will understand. Oh, okay, there is no snake. Okay, like that. So this is called samshaya. Samshaya means by seeing one object, you are having some doubt. Oh, whether it is rope or snake. Let's put light on that. Then we get. So like that, samshaya was there. Then, so this is what yadartha anubhava jnana. Yadartha means this samshaya will not come. By seeing that object, immediately you will understand. There will be no doubt. So this samshaya will not be there in the yadartha jnana. But ayadartha jnana, how it is coming? Because that samshaya is there, that is why that knowledge is not correct. Then what is the another one possibility? Viparyaya. You saw that object, then totally you are thinking as a different object only. Like same this example, that rope you are thinking as a snake only. But what is the difference between the thinking this? Because samshaya means the doubt is there, but viparyaya means totally you are convinced that this is that only, like that. You are coming to the conclusion, to the wrong conclusion. That is called viparyaya. Viparyaya means that directly opposite knowledge is produced 100%. So that is called viparyaya. Then tarka. Tarka means you are having doubt. Maybe it is a rope or snake. Like that, some doubt you are having. And to remove that doubt, you are thinking some logic to remove that doubt. Whether I can go near and touch with a stick, then I can understand. Or from the distance only, I can pass light, then I can understand. In that way, you are having some doubts, some confusion is there. And you are thinking that how to understand what is there, correct, like that. Something you are thinking. So that is called tarka. You are putting some logic to understand that object. So because there is no clarity, so that's why you are putting some logic to understand. So these three criteria is making that knowledge is ayadartha, that anubhava is ayadartha anubhava jnana. So that is why even though the direct perception is there, but still this direct perception, it is not correct, because the direct perception was having a doubt and opposite knowledge, then confusion or tarka. So the tarka, samshaya, viparyaya, this three feature was there when you see that object. So because of this three feature, you could not come to the perfect knowledge. That yadartha jnana is not coming. Okay. So this is why that Ayadartha Anubhava Jnana, it is not perfect knowledge. Okay, because of this, what is wrong? What I am going to gain by knowing this? Because if you have this kind of doubt in devotion, if you take it all these three features in our devotion life, then how we will do the strong devotion? Let's see this example with our practical life. Samshaya. Samshaya means now you read Bhagavad-Gita, but still you are not having 100% faith, or maybe Krishna is the God or not. Like that, you are having some doubt. Or then you are thinking that no, in Linga Purana it is said Shiva only is God. Shiva Purana said, and Devi Bhagavatam it is said Devi only is the Supreme Personality of God. Why I have to accept Krishna only is the God? I will take it this only. Like this is Viparya Jnana. Correct? Then Tarka, you may have a doubt whether I can take it Krishna is the Supreme Personality. Anyhow, both we will do now. What is the problem? Otherwise, anyone will help us. Same time we go to Shiva temple also. Same time we go to ISKCON temple also. Anyone will help. So like that clarity is not there. Then how we can do that pure devotion? Because to do the pure devotion, you need 100% Shraddha. That Shraddha, how it will come? That Shraddha will come through the perfect knowledge. When you are having the 100% faith on Krishna, faith on scripture, then only that pure devotion you can do. So now this kind of doubts and all you are having, then that is not possible for doing pure devotion. So that is why we should know this, and we should develop 100% faith on Krishna. Okay, so then little bit we will see that Smriti Jnana. Smriti Jnana. Till now we have seen, again, Jnana was having two types. One is Anubhava, then another one is Smriti. So till now we have seen that Anubhava Jnana portion only we have seen. Now we are going to see Smriti Jnana also. This Smriti Jnana also was having two division, or it is two types. How the two types is coming? Because this Smriti comes from where? That Smriti is coming from Samskara. That Samskara where from is coming? That Samskara is coming from Anubhava only. So that Anubhava Jnana, it is having two types. Yadartha Anubhava Jnana and Ayadartha Anubhava Jnana. So if the Anubhava Jnana was having a two division means, then this Smriti is coming from that Anubhava only. So that is why this Smriti also having same two division. You are understanding?
Yes, Prabhu.
So this Anubhava Jnana was having two types, and this Smriti also is coming from the Anubhava only. So because of that, this Smriti also having this two types. So why I have said this? Now carefully understand that if the Smriti comes from Ayadartha Anubhava Jnana, then what are all the Smriti is there? That Smriti also is 100% wrong. Correct? Because that Ayadartha Anubhava Jnana having this defects. So that is we seen now. So whatever the defect was having that Ayadartha Anubhava Jnana, from there if some Smriti is there, then from that Smriti if you are giving some knowledge, then that knowledge is not perfect. Then that same smriti is coming from the Yadartha Anubhava Jnana, then that smriti is correct. Because that smriti is coming from Yadartha Anubhava Jnana. So, why we have seen this? Because that smriti is what, we have seen that Arsha Pramana, Aitikya Pramana, this is all coming from where? This is all coming under this Ayadartha Anubhava Jnana. Because that Ayadartha means they're having some defects in this way. Because of that defects, that smriti, we could not take it as a pramana. So you see slowly how Jiva Goswami was eliminating one by one. You are getting? Anybody till now is okay? Or nothing is?
Yes, Prabhuji, we are understanding.
One time it is not possible immediately. By hearing one time only, it is not easy to understand. If you hear this 2-3 times, then you will understand that why we are discussing this much detail. So because Jiva Goswami want to eliminate all other pramanas. Because now we have seen this smriti jnana, this smriti is through the anubhava only that that becomes samskara. That samskara is stored in our heart. So from there we are remembering and saying. Now these sages and some not liberated souls, like our family members or others also, if they give some knowledge, why we should not take it? So to confirm that, Jiva Goswami is detailedly explaining this. So we cannot take it as an authoritative statement from this sages or family tradition. Because why? Their knowledge is coming from Ayadartha Anubhava Jnana. Ayadartha Anubhava Jnana means it already having some defect. What are all the defect? That samshaya, viparyaya, and tarka. It is having in their knowledge. So that is why we could not take it as a pramana. So to establish this, Jiva Goswami, he explaining all these defects. What are all the defects was having other pramanas. So now we completely clearly understood that what are all the divisions was having. Jnana was mainly having 2 divisions, Anubhava and Smriti. And under this 2 division, what are all the categories is there? Everything now detailedly we have discussed. And what are all the defects are that Jnana was having, that Pramana was having, that detailedly we have discussed. So when that knowledge is coming from the Yadartha Anubhava Jnana, so that is the knowledge only is correct. Okay, till now this is we have proven that Yadartha Anubhava Jnana only is correct. Other Ayadartha Anubhava Jnana, that Smriti, everything is not correct. That we have proven. Okay, now in this Yadartha Anubhava Jnana, again is there that Pratyaksha and Anumana, then Sapta Pramana. So this mainly 3 Pramana only we are taking. Even though 10 Pramana is there, but still we are taking only this 3 Pramana. Why? Because all other Pramanas somehow comes under this 3 Pramana only. that I have already explained that when I'm explaining that Pramana. Like Upamana is coming under Anumana only, Asa coming under Sapta only. So in this way, all other Pramanas, somehow or other, it's coming under these three Pramana only. So that is why now Jiva Goswami came to the conclusion only this three Pramana was ultimately means now it is there in the process, elimination process. Now again in this three also we have to eliminate other two. Then only the Sapta Pramana only will be the ultimate authoritative. So now Pratyaksha and Anumana, these two are the main Pramanas are there. Anumana, it is coming from where? Anumana is coming from the Pratyaksha only. Like if you seen anything before, then by remembering that you are giving some knowledge. Otherwise that remembrance is giving knowledge. Like for example, yesterday we have told that how wherever the fire is there, that smoke is there. Then by seeing that smoke, you are understanding that, oh, then there will be fire. So that knowledge, how you got through your senses. So your senses means that is Pratyaksha Pramana. Through that Pratyaksha Pramana only, you are receiving that Anumana Pramana. Anumana, correct? So wherever you see again that smoke, then immediately you are thinking that, oh, there will be fire. That conclusion you are coming means that assumption you are doing means that is Anumanam. That Anumanam how you are doing before that your senses were received that kind of knowledge. Because of that, now you are assuming that there will be a fire. So in this way, this Anumana Pramana is always depends on Pratyaksha Pramana. And Pratyaksha Pramana, it comes from where? That Pratyaksha Pramana is coming from the senses. Pratyaksha means directly perceiving the knowledge through the knowledge acquiring senses. So that senses is already imperfected, that we have already proven. So now whatever you receive the knowledge through the Pratyaksha, that is also will not produce 100% knowledge always. This senses will give the 100% knowledge always. It is possible? It is not possible. So that is why Pratyaksha is already eliminated, and this Anumana is always depending on Pratyaksha. That is why that Anumana also is eliminated. So now in this 10 Pramanas, only one Pramana is remaining. That one Pramana is what? Sapta Pramana. Then what is, how you can say that Sapta Pramana is the only authoritative Pramana? Because that Sapta Pramana is coming from directly from God. So that is why that that knowledge is not having any defect, because that knowledge is given by who? That person doesn't have any defect. So that is why that Sapta Pramana only is ultimate, supreme, authoritative to receive the knowledge. So that is the conclusion we came today. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Any questions or comments? Tomorrow we will see how the Sapta Pramana means how the Vedas are ultimate authority. Then slowly we'll go from there how Bhagavatam is the ultimate authority. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any question?
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
I am yes, Prabhu.
Guruji, this Yadartha Jnana, Ayadartha Jnana, you said no. This Smriti Purana, you only raised that question. That if somebody heard Means you only was mentioning that when Smriti Purana comes, we hear and again we
No, no,
represent that.
not Smriti Purana, that Smriti Jnana is different. That-
Smriti Jnana means what we heard and again we are presenting it to others. So now here he mentioned that there are also chances for Yadartha Jnana, this one. So even, okay, we take them as a liberated souls. Even a liberated souls hears this Katha, Smriti, and we have Acharyas in Shri Sampradaya, Madhva Sampradaya, different Sampradaya. The same Bhagavatam heard by the liberated souls and presented by the different way. So how because yes, liberated souls, of course, they are attached to Krishna and they want to present Krishna, but the presentation will be different. How to understand that?
So that is why there may be a defect. That is your question, or
It's not like that, but generally people may ask, right, this question.
yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
Anyhow, so for example, you take any one vegetables or fruit, that same vegetables, if you give a different based on different culture people, then they will make it in different items only, the same item only. But it is not that it is wrong. It could be possible, so that's why they are making. There is nothing wrong in that, correct? If you give some brinjal and drumstick, then immediately I will make sambar. But if you give it to some Bengali, then immediately they will make a different one, because their culture and their nature is different. It is needed for them. So that same way, same Veda only, it's giving, it's given to that people according to their knowledge, their level, how much they can understand. Accordingly, that knowledge was given to them. So that Acharya means they are like a teacher only. So the teachers, they know the students' level, how much they can receive. So accordingly, the teachers, they will give that knowledge. The same way, Acharyas, they are liberated souls only. So they know what the people want. So they are giving that knowledge to the people. Is it okay?
Yes, true.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Nothing?
Prabhuji, one more thing. Which are the chapters covered today in Sattva Sandarbha?
Okay. So today only we have entered, we used to say Anucheda. So today we entered the first Anucheda. So there it is given all this, means first chapter only we are in. So from tomorrow onwards, we are going to detailedly discuss about the Sapta Pramana, then we'll come to how Bhagavatam is the.
So tomorrow, what are the chapters will be discussed so that devotees can prepare and come if they want.
Okay, I thought to share that file, I forgot. So tomorrow I will share so that people and devotees can go through that. Okay.
Yes.
Otherwise, yeah, I will share. Any other questions or comments? Okay. Otherwise, thank you very much for coming today's session. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jiva Goswami Pad ki jai, Tattva Sandarbha ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we can see.